This bargain of the century Mintabi Opal Parcel keeps giving gems like this. Will I get some more value? It is absolute stunning what I'm getting out of it. That's one. That's two. Can I get any more gems like those ones that already paid for the parcel? Watch till the end to see if any of the stones that I'm gonna cut will beat those 4 that I've just shown that came out of this lot.
So I'm thinking we've got a possibility on few. This one here with that bright thin bar, but it's dark. It doesn't come really too much on this side, but I think this one is a possible nice color. I mean, all of them have color. As you know, they come up from an ounce of Mintabi, which was on my previous video, and you can see the link to the video here. It cost me $225 for an ounce of this, and we've already cut way more value than that just in those 4 stones that I showed you at the beginning. So I'm gonna go to the machine, grab 101 and cut some more of it. I'm not gonna do all of them. I'm gonna pick the better ones, and hopefully that keep your interest. Oh, this one is like, it's not quite an inlay because it's not crystal, but there is a color. Anyway, this is definitely getting cut, and maybe some others. This one's got some red in there, funny shape. There's nothing on that little end slice here, so we might just have to look in there, and it ain't gonna be dark like the other. There's not that much left here, but the challenge is we're gonna cut a better stone out of this compared with the ones that we had cut already. All right, let's go cut some more. All right, I like 7. I picked 7 stones. They dry at the moment to cut. Some of them are dark, little ones. Let's see what we've got. We've got 6, 6, 8, 7. That's the smallest one, probably 2.7, but it's got this green in there on the black, so that's gonna be interesting. Another 6. Well, there's a lot of 6s, and that's another little one, 3. And what's this one with 3? Why did I pick this one? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, well, it's dry, so you can't see, but see, there is this color bar there. All right, let's face those 7s. So, and see at the end what we got and how many carats we've lost out of 40. Can you believe I got this for $225? Like an ounce of this. Crazy, isn't it? All right, let's do it.
All right, so that's our first one, and it's thick on one side, and then it's got that bit there with nothing in it, so we're gonna have to get rid of it. But you can see there is a fair bit of color on that pointy triangle bit, so I'm hoping I had to adjust the camera there and the lights, but yeah, so I got rid of that end there, and I'm just gonna go, I'm using 600 here, and through the session I go between 600 and 180, like the bits that are clearly without color, or I need to get rid of the opal or the potch very fast. I will go to the 180, and then I might cut bits out here, just so I don't bore you just going between the wheels and doing the obvious on some of them. But this little one is showing some color there, and it's got that darker potch. I've got a new light, and it's making things look a little bit lighter than they are. That's not gonna be black opal or anything. You can see the potch where the color is, it's much lighter than the dark gray, even though here it looks like light gray. In my hand it's actually dark gray. But I'm just gonna go shape it and just see what kind of color saturation we're gonna get. And yeah, this Mintabi Parcel, I mean, that's just crazy. You know, we already got probably 3 to 4 times the value of it just in the previous session, in the previous video I did with this one, and this will add more value to it, and I'm actually really enjoying doing it. And as you know, Mintabi, well, a lot of you know, Mintabi is a mine that well, it's a land that's been given back to the native title and native people, and the commercial mining have stopped there years and years ago. Same with Lambina. So it's getting harder and harder to get good opal, you know, like especially new ones. So I love working on this opal. Look at that bar on this one. It's a bit funny shape, but will shine that green. That's another thing with Mintabi. Those who have experience cutting this, they probably know that those side bars look great, but a lot of times on top they don't face so bright. Even if the color runs through the stone to the other side, it's still not really giving us that that flash. See that? This actually is working out quite well, but you can also see Mintabi, another thing it's known for, apart from its beauty and the colors, the cracks. And I don't know if you saw it just before, there is this lines. Sometimes it's a crack, sometimes it's just a sandy line or some metal that got in there, 100 million years ago. That's making it not clean. But you can see that is a cracky Mintabi, and you're gonna have to get rid of that side. So it's not gonna be a big stone. It's got that beautiful blue. It looks like ocean water, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm just look. The purpose of this is we're gonna shape some of those stones and see what we're gonna get. I don't know if we're gonna actually end up getting as good stones as the 4 we got last time. They're just amazing, considering this ounce cost 225 Australian dollars. But yeah, cracks. Still like the blue. Look, some of you made interesting comments too. Like, you know, some of those cracky opals are kind of say, well, they're cracky, don't worry about it. But some of these cracks don't go all the way in, and you can leave the backing on it, and it holds the opal quite stable, and they're just basically an affordable way getting into some color and some very affordable jewelry, you know, or just anything, even using for, you know, cutting it up to some chips and using it in some sort of art or vials. And yeah, I should make some vials. I haven't made them for a while. But look, that color is beautiful, as you saw. Okay, let's go next. This is what we've got. That's nice. See, the color is showing through the stone, but it doesn't have a clear bar that's going all the way, that one. And it's a bit angled. So which side do I go into? I think I go into that side where the red is on top. And will this... Decisions. How about you guys? How do you make your decisions on opal? Sometimes that's the hardest part, because once you go in, you are done. You are not... you know, you can't reverse. You go in there, and then you decide. I tend to decide number of reasons, but main reason, the first reason is the color. Wherever there is brightness and wherever there is red, I like to face it that way. But obviously there are many different aspects of opal that you need to consider. Firstly, is it clean on top or the bottom? You know, if you put a torch to it, if you've got a crystal, has it got any cracks, sand? How thick is the backing? Because you want to leave some backing sometimes. The color is, if you go from the wrong side, there is no backing for the opal, makes it very, very thin, hard to set, and not as stable. So many, and the shape you want to create as well, from which side is usually you want a dome on the opal, or it makes it easy to set even a little setting edge with a slight dome would be good. So you've got to look at that. Many reasons, but I think as far as the color, especially the red, it's probably number one. And one more thing I should mention, obviously the color of the porch, because if you can back the color onto the black, obviously you've got, I know some of us, and Justin for Black Opal Direct loves his crystal opal. I do as well. So when you get the 3D crystal, it can be quite spectacular. So anyway, this one, you can see the cushion cut. There's a bit of a flash with that blue. See that bright blue, but it's not very bright though. Okay. Now this one, that looks that it could be quite cracky. But what do we do with this? I'm a bit worried here. And just finishing off, the black potch. You want to back it on the black potch. So you want to leave the black potch. You don't want to cut it away. So that's another decision, how you end up facing the opal. Anyway, with this one, as you can see, I've just got to I want to see the color on the side. Is it a little bit more? It's not quite the color bar yet. And that's another thing for those novices. You do want to definitely try to get the color bar all around before you face the opal. That just makes it a much easier proposition in cutting, and then you know also how you're gonna shape it. If you go facing it too early, you might wipe a color that is quite useful, because you can't see where the bar is and how it angles. So yeah, definitely have a look. And I hope I'm proving to you through my videos, for those who are starting or just beginning or on a low budget, that you can get low budget opal that's fun. You know, you can get some parcels if you get honest sellers, or if you're vigilant at auctions and you're really looking at, the opal carefully and got some knowledge, you can actually buy opals that are within a nice affordable budget and have fun and expose colors and make some jewelry and also learn. You don't have to learn just on the porch how to cut. You can actually get color. So just gotta go. And actually you can a good friend of mine, Ricky from Opal Odyssey, he's started his channel that's going really well, and I'm really enjoying his content. He started with the intention of showing how to buy opal and his experience, and he's been maybe controversial in some parts, but I think he presented a lot of valuable information for those who are buying opals in Australia, especially if you're overseas and you're looking at auctions and sites and videos and pictures. I think it's invaluable. So check out his channel. He's doing some giveaways as well. Amazing. And he's going through a bit of a tough time as well at the moment. And he expressed some of it on his video. So it's very human. Like a lot of us are going through stuff that we're not necessarily telling others or feeling it. And it's important, what I love about it, that since I started this journey, I had so much support for different things, but the community we created, people are really, most have a very good intentions and wish well to the others. So if you haven't seen his channel, please go there and subscribe, help him out, give him some views, some likes, comments, and get involved. And you will learn a lot. The other thing he does well is the shaping. I think he has very steady hands, and he is learning and taking you through the journey with him. So anyway, that's enough plug for Ricky from Opal Odyssey. I hope you check him out. So this one, again, color, look, it's amazing. Like, how many times do you buy $200 parcels and you cut 20 small stones and you get nothing out of it? And look, this is still, you know, $50 stone here of a couple of carats. So it's, we keep just turning it on here, aren't we? I mean, there'll be few that, well, many that won't make anything, some thin pieces, some cracky. But, all right, this piece, it looks like it's got the bar really just on this side. I know there is some color just on the edge there, and it looks cracky. Not sure where to face. I think with this one, actually, I'm gonna have to go and just take the face off that, because there is color, a little bit of color on the other side. So we do have color on both sides, exposed, all the sides, and it's weak. It's not great, but I'm just gonna have a look on the face where it goes, and it looks a little bit cracky from the side, but we're getting to that caliber there, and let's see, there's a few cracks. We're gonna bring that in, of course. It'll be interesting what's inside of that one. And yeah, it's what do you guys think? There is a lot of opal videos online. I personally love watching them because before I started mine, I really watched a lot of videos. And it took me ages to go online. I had my stall for a while, but just wouldn't go and do this. I've just watched and learned from Justin, but also Pulitzer. Pulitzer is probably my favorite channel, Pulitzer Opal. I mean, it's quirky, it's funny, but it's just so good. It's like this combination of really good footage with humor, with rawness, with personality, and a lot of knowledge. So, all right, this opal, getting back to this opal, let me know what do you think, what the channels you like, other channels you watch and you really like watching in the comments. That'd be interesting to see what everybody likes. Obviously, apart from this one, which is the best out of all of them. I love that. Anyway, so you can see the cracks again, the Mintabi cracks. You're really getting that nature of Mintabi. Obviously, we didn't get any cracks in the previous video ones, but we're getting some here. Anyway, that was a little oval came out of it. That color was just on the one side. This one has a potential because it's black. It's darkest. It's probably N3 and 4, and it's thick enough, not too thick, so it should be easy work. I need to have a look that if those color bars are all around, or how deep the color goes, because one side of it is and there is also crackiness, as you can see from the sides. So all right, just facing it, waiting for something to show, but not at the moment. And I'm a bit concerned about the sand sandy blobs on top. I mean, I have hope here because it's a very dark opal, and if that green shows up on the dark, it could be quite beautiful. And I know the Parcel is a winner anyway, but you know what? I really don't care about what we win or lose. It's more about having fun and finding that it's that chase of the color and this beauty of every single time something different, every single piece of opal, you know. And I can see the color is not facing the whole face. See those potch lines? They are dark, which is good, but yeah, and there's a sand blob there that might come out, and half of that opal doesn't have that much color. So I think we're gonna have to go and slice it, because it's like it's 2 stones in here. It just looks like 2 stones. So still a value, not as good. It could have been, you know, much better, I have to say. We still like it. I mean, it's still color, it's still opal, and I'm having fun here. So yeah, and if you're probably wondering why am I on 600 wheel, well, yeah, sometimes I switch over to the 180 or the 320. I just didn't put it on the video just to speed it up. With this one, because I really want to take my time, I had big hopes for this one. Not so much anymore, even though it's still gonna make a nice Mintabi opal. Now, don't forget, this opal, you know, it's getting harder and harder to get. And you can see half of that stone is obviously nice saturation. Still gonna have those spot lines affecting it, and it's gonna become 2 stones. So we'll see it at the end. Now, that's another one that's black, and it's got those greens. See, beautiful, beautiful greens. Goes on this side. It's just which way do we face it? Because that bar runs to the top, that becomes blue, but then this side's got a bit of green as well. So sometimes the thought process of how to start the job with opal is the hardest part. The rest is fun. And a lot of times it's just a wrong decision. But you just, sometimes with experience, you know, you get the wrong decision, less and less the wrong decisions, but still you look at the best of the cutters out there that you can watch, and they still, you know, they can't 100% tell what's in there and what's gonna happen. So a lot of times they go, I should have done that, could have done that. Well, it's part of the opal trade. You will never get 100% right decisions. I suppose that's just life, isn't it? And plenty of mistakes, and we should see it as education, not judge anybody by making mistakes. I mean, it's better to make a mistake than not to do it at all, right? So I think in society we tend to maybe crucify people that make mistakes rather than uplift them and help them and give them tips, especially kids, you know, so they learn it's okay to make mistakes. It's no problem. Just go and do it. Find out. As long as you're learning from them, don't keep repeating the same thing over and over again and expect different result, I suppose. Look, this is a little one, but I left that potch. That was my decision, to leave that black potch at the bottom, which a lot of times is, hoping that, you know, I get darker, or if not, black opal. I mean, it's not going to be N1 black or anything, but N4. But still, it looks like it might shape quite well into something useful. But the color is not really translating, you know, to the face. And this is, as I mentioned before in the video, a typical thing. You get that bright color bar hoping, oh yeah, I've got it. number of times the face doesn't have the brightness, doesn't have the darkness. It has sand, has inclusions. I mean, this is what happens. And this is what we go with. See? Look at that. Color on one side, less color on the other, and nothing in the middle. Typical Mintabi, isn't it? Like, come on. Give me something. That's such a black, dark potch. Still more of a picture stone, I suppose. And still, like I said, those opals are all usable. I mean, majority does not handle opal that's thousands and thousands of dollars. This is what most of us deal with, right? And it's beautiful, and it's awesome, and it's a wonder of nature. And I still like it. Even those lines and the sandy beads and the way the pot forms, you can just see the formation. So that's the one that I've sliced into 2 stones before. So that's shaped to be a cushion cut. Still got blotches of potch. You know, we're not talking here high quality opal. Let me know in the comments. Do you think you would enjoy shaping, cutting this kind of opal? And what do you think? Did we get a more value than the first few stones from that parcel? I think maybe that. And sorry about the blood. Obviously, I've touched the wheel. This happens all the time. It's an opal injury. It hasn't happened to me for a while. I think if you watch some of my first videos, you'll see that I've done it, but not in a while. So sorry. Hopefully you don't faint or anything watching a bit of blood. And if you don't like it, I apologize. Sorry about that. See, a couple of cushion cuts from that stone that I sliced. So we end up with 8 opals. Let's go have a look what we've got at the end.
All right, so this is what we've got. We've got 8 stones after I cut that one. They're not finished, obviously. I've just faced them, showed them just to shape them in. They all between 1.1 and 2 carats, so no pointers, which is good. So all the 6s become approximately 1 carat each. So we've got that. There is that one that is got not much color at all, but, and I can't show it, but it's, see there? It's very directional, and it shows that blue. So there's value in any of them. Then it's this one, which has color still all through the stones and the bar there, see? And I didn't cut any more paths because it just, as I was going down on it, it just kept losing color, but then flashing bright. So I think that still needs a bit of work. I might actually go down to that green there, but it's only on this side. So anyway, this is the one that sees the formation of opal. Mostly color on this side there. A little bit here, so more of a picture stone, but still interesting. Then we've got this cushion cut, which is probably the pick of this bunch. Just 1.8 carats of pretty nice opal, bit of orange there, but there is those potchy lines still there, but that's pretty cool. Smallest one, 1.1 carat, bit of cracking there, but pretty stable, but you can see them. And that's got a nice orange and green. And they all lighter color, gray opals or dark opals. This one will be shaped into an oval or a moon, crescent shape. And it's a broad flesh, orange and green, no cracks. And this is one that I actually like the most because that broad flesh is like an ocean. Look at that. I really like it. So that will finish nicely. Yes, it's directional, but there is almost 2 carats of that nice flesh. So let me know, what do you think? Did we get as much value as as the first few stones, well, I already know what you think. Look what we got. That's the same puzzle. Yeah, it's not comparable. So definitely not as successful. And this one's a finish, mind you. This four, and they are just different level. You wouldn't know the same puzzle, but we did all right. So, okay. Oh yeah, and watch out for the rest of them. Another video in the future. There is, look, not a lot of them gonna cut anymore, but there is this couple of big ones. This one is interesting. It's long, maybe a bit of a carving, and this one, it's a big stone. And so yeah, watch for this one. I will do that in the future and finish this puzzle off. What a value from 220 bucks. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we didn't get the results as good as before. Something different. It's Mintabi. I think from judging by views, a lot of people like Mintabi. That's why I'm cutting this puzzle also affordable for everybody else. And yeah, please give me a like, a comment, ask any questions in the comments you like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It will help me out a lot. So thank you very much. And I see if you have any suggestions you want me to do something on a video, let me know as well. Meanwhile, I will go. For those Canadian friends and American friends, the Stanley Cup, Wayne Gretzky still up there. The Edmonton Oilers, let's go Oilers. It's coming back. They're making history. 3-2 now. And the game in Alberta over there. Come on, let's do it. 3-all, game 7, Oilers got the cup. And McDavid, what a champ. It's almost breaking. It's 5 away from breaking one of the great ones records. So that's unheard of. Nobody, I thought that no record will be broken of his, but he's close, might not do it. But all right, based on that, great weekend, great game to watch for those who are there, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.